Today we're back with one more, and this is the 1MORE SonoFlow wireless active noise cancelling headphones, and we're going to be checking these out to see whether they are worth their sub 100 price point. As always, I'll be covering the pros and the cons of this product, and I'll be letting you know whether I think these are worth your hard-earned cash. So let's get straight into it. Before we do so, please do hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well to make sure that you don't miss out on future videos coming soon. So as you can see here, we have got the usual professional packaging from 1MORE, looking really premium to me. A little bit of details on the side, and we'll talk about the specifications in just a minute. Put that to one side. Inside the box we do get a very nice hard shell carry case, and essentially this is just giving you an option to take these traveling. There's a little pouch there for your cables there as well, and then we get to the main event, the headphones themselves. And as you can see, we have got a nice dark grey smooth matte finish there. Really nice design, and we're going to check these out just in a minute. So let's just talk about a couple of key specifications before we get into it. So we have got high-res wireless audio, so we've got LDAC on board. We have got active noise cancellation along with transparency mode. So these guys are running the Quiet Max AI noise cancellation. So we're going to check that out and see how good they are. We have got a fast charge feature as well. So 5 minutes is going to give you 5 hours of battery life, which is great. So we have got 40mm DLC dynamic driver. We've got 70 hours of battery life. Like I said, we've got that noise cancellation on board. So we have got the 1MORE app, and that's going to include 12 studio grade equalizer settings, as well as the option to create your own. And of course we've got wireless and wired modes both on board. So there we have it. These are looking on paper like an absolutely great product. Obviously inside the box, the other thing you're going to get is a little bit of your usual paperwork, but let's get into it. So we you know, straight off the bat, I'm going to say these look like they should cost a lot more than $100, put it that way. So we have got a fairly familiar design here, and you've got all your controls down the side. So you've got your ANC toggle, you've got your volume rocker there, plus and minus, and then on the left side we've just got our USB-C input, and the only other button there on the right side is the power button. So really kind of, you know, smart, nice, you know, understated design. The buttons aren't jumping out too much. We are getting some nice cushioned soft pads there, and I love the red, the contrast of the red on the black. But comfort wise, these have been great. They're really quite lightweight as well, so I'm finding that I can wear these for long periods of listening. We've got a nice kind of plush head rest there as well. So all in all, these are super comfortable. The only thing you're not getting that you might be getting on other products is any sort of swipe controls on the side. So it's all done via the physical buttons. You know, fine with that. Obviously, more expensive products on the market, some of them have got that more advanced feature, but for me this is just fine. Yeah, the design is excellent. So like I said, really happy with the design. Everything's on board. Let's have a look at the app, because that is one of the big plus points here. So we have got and let's just turn these on and we can connect the app up. So there we go. Okay, so we've got that there. Let's put those to one side. Okie dokie. So you can see there in the app that it's the standard 1MORE app. So it's what you're used to. This app has been around for a little while, and I must admit it does make the 1MORE products highly desirable, because it's giving you that customization. It's given us that next level when it comes to these products. So Straight in the app, you've obviously got a battery indicator there. You've got your 3 modes when it comes to the ANC. So again, no sliders or adjustability there, but for me that's absolutely fine on a product at this price range. Straight in there we have got the presets that we talked about. So we've got 12 different settings. I really like the classical EQ at the moment. We'll talk about the sound quality in just a minute, but for me that's the one that's doing it. We've also got an adjustable EQ as well, but for me I'm really enjoying that preset at the moment. Obviously we've got the LDAC toggle, so that will toggle between essentially LDAC and AAC. LDAC obviously giving you that top level of sound quality, and I really recommend using that, but do be aware that it's going to impact your battery life. We've also got the ability to update the firmware, and then we've got some soothing sounds in there as well, which isn't something I particularly use. We've got multi-point as well, which is under experimental features on the app. And then the only other thing to mention is you've just got a little quick guide there. So as I said, just takes you through the basics. The other thing I didn't mention is the volume sliders also act as track forward and track back. And then obviously controls to handle phone calls, the voice control during calls, and obviously switching between your different listening modes. So it's all there, it's really comprehensive. When it comes to that sound quality, you know, we are getting some seriously good sound quality for the price. So typical 1MORE out the box, pretty balanced, but plenty of dynamics, you know, dynamic bass there, plenty of brightness in the treble, but a little bit relaxed for my personal taste, which is why I've kind of gone into that classical mode, because it just brings up the bass and the treble a little bit, and that kind of brings it to where I really enjoy it. There's some nice variety here, but you know, have a play around, have a look at the custom EQ. Great to have that. The one thing these are missing is going to be the sound test, sound ID, because again, we're seeing that on probably the top level premium products. So we're seeing that on the Evo and other products that 1MORE released last year, but we're not seeing that here. Maybe that's being reserved for a next generation product, but for me that's fine. I do find the sound ID always improves the sound immensely, but when it comes to that sound quality, like I said, really happy with these guys. Fantastic for the price. Lovely kind of mix of, you know, dynamic sound and balance. So it's typical 1MORE, really delivering again on that kind of quality when it comes to the sound. I'd love kind of to have the sound ID, to be honest, because with the Evos, that's the thing that kind of took them to the next level for me. So I'd love to see how that would kind of translate to a pair of over-the-ear headphones. Only other thing we've not mentioned is the performance of the ANC, and now this is one of the main reasons to buy these, because it's outstanding. Obviously the fact you've got the design, you've got that full seal around your ear, it gives you, obviously gives you some great noise isolation anyway, but when you move from sort of off mode to ANC, it kicks in gradually and it just kind of washes all the sound away. It's really impressive. I think this is up there with the likes of the Sony when it comes to ANC. Sony probably is just about 10% better, on their flagship products. Sound quality, Sony's going to be the winner. It's going to just have a little bit more soundstage, a little bit more detail in there as well, a little bit more clarity. But for $100 or less, these guys are really kind of, it's a no-brainer, even if it's a second pair that you want to take out and about. I did find these to be very, very comfortable out walking, and I think, something like the Soundcore Space Q45, whilst a fantastic product on performance, I always found those a little bit chunky. Those are kind of big boys, and these guys have just got that lovely kind of slim profile, very similar to the previous Sony products. So for that reason, it's an easy recommendation. Another fantastic product from 1MORE. With all that said, please do hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video today. Hit the subscribe button, we've got more videos coming soon. With all that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll leave you with the core quality samples for the 1MORE SonoFlow. This is a core quality test with the 1MORE SonoFlow in a quiet environment. This is a core quality test with the 1MORE SonoFlow in a noisy environment.